Imagine a spacecraft plunging towards Venus, the second planet in our solar system. As it descends, it's not the lack of oxygen or the distant sun that first presents a challenge, but rather the thick, unforgiving atmosphere of Venus. This isn't a gentle slide into the unknown, it's a violent collision with a wall of air. The spacecraft begins to heat up, rapidly, dangerously, the friction generated by air resistance turning it into a fiery comet. This is where the heat shield comes into play. This isn't just a piece of equipment, it's the lifeblood of the spacecraft, the only barrier between the vessel and the inferno outside. It's designed to endure, to shield, to protect against the searing heat that seeks to consume the spacecraft. Without it, our journey would end before it truly begins. As we survive this fiery descent, we are only beginning to experience the hostile environment of Venus. As we delve deeper into Venus's atmosphere, we encounter conditions far beyond Earth's extremes. Imagine a world where the temperature is hot enough to melt lead. That's not some far-off science fiction scenario. That's reality in the lower atmosphere of Venus, where temperatures soar to an astonishing 864 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hotter than the surface of Mercury, the closest planet to the Sun. Now, if you think that's intense, let's add in the atmospheric pressure. On Earth, we live comfortably under the weight of our atmosphere at sea level, roughly equivalent to 14.7 pounds per square inch. But on Venus, the pressure is a staggering 92 times that of Earth. It's as if you've dived about 3,000 feet underwater. That's deeper than the height of the tallest building on Earth, the Burj Khalifa. So what does this mean for our hypothetical spacecraft? Well, it's not going to have an easy time, that's for sure. The combination of extreme heat and pressure is like nothing we encounter on Earth. It's like being in the heart of a volcano while simultaneously being crushed by a giant. The spacecraft, designed with the most advanced materials and technology, would be subjected to these brutal conditions. The heat could cause components to melt or warp. The immense pressure could compress the craft, causing structural damage or failure. Even the most robust human-made objects would be under significant stress in this hostile environment. These conditions pose a considerable challenge to the idea of human space exploration. They push our technology and innovation to its limits, forcing us to think creatively and build more resilient spacecraft. But they also remind us of the sheer power and diversity of the universe we live in. So, next time you're feeling a bit hot under the collar, remember, it could always be worse. You could be trying to land a spacecraft on Venus. This is not a place for the faint-hearted, but we're not done yet. In this hostile environment, we encounter yet another threat, dense clouds of sulfuric acid. Imagine, if you will, a thick, corrosive fog blanketing the entire planet. This isn't just any old fog, though. This is sulfuric acid, a potent and damaging substance. Up there in the Venusian skies, it's not merely floating around. No, it's condensed into thick, dense clouds that cover the planet. Now picture our brave spacecraft, already battling immense heat and pressure, and suddenly, it's faced with this. A corrosive bath that could potentially eat away at its protective shielding. The spacecraft's exterior surfaces, designed to withstand unimaginable conditions, would be put to the ultimate test. The sulfuric acid, in its relentless pursuit to corrode and erode, could compromise the integrity of the spacecraft shell, leaving it vulnerable to further damage. Our journey through the atmosphere of Venus is a trial by fire, acid, and pressure. Surviving the descent is only half the battle. Now comes the challenge of landing. Imagine trying to touch down on a world where the ground beneath you is a vast expanse of rugged, rocky terrain. Venus isn't known for its hospitality, and its surface is no exception. The landscape is a treacherous maze of mountains, valleys, and plains, all shrouded in a dense shroud of clouds. Attempting to land a spacecraft on such a hostile terrain is a daunting task. Without advanced landing systems and protective measures, the spacecraft could easily suffer damage upon impact. And remember, Venus isn't just any planet. Its atmosphere is so thick that it can crush a conventional spacecraft like an empty soda can. Every system, every piece of equipment, and every decision must be meticulously planned and executed to perfection. Even the smallest mistake could spell disaster. A successful landing on Venus is a monumental task. But what awaits us on the surface? We've landed, but the surface of Venus is no welcoming party. So let's imagine that our spacecraft has somehow managed to survive the harrowing descent, the scorching heat, the crushing pressure, and the corrosive clouds of sulfuric acid. It's now sitting on the rocky surface of Venus. But the challenges are far from over. In fact, they've only just begun. The surface conditions on Venus are nothing short of extreme. The temperature is hot enough to melt many metals, reaching an average of around 460 degrees Celsius. That's hotter than the surface of most pizzas coming out of an oven, and it's enough to turn lead into a puddle. It's a level of heat that's completely uncharted territory for humans and our technology. Then there's the pressure. It's about 92 times the pressure found at sea level on Earth. That's the same kind of pressure you'd experience if you were about 900 meters under the ocean. It's a crushing force that would wreak havoc on any ordinary spacecraft. And it's a force that humans simply aren't built to withstand. And let's not forget about the atmosphere. It's mainly composed of carbon dioxide, with a dash of nitrogen and a smattering of other gases. This creates a thick, heavy atmosphere that would make it difficult for humans to breathe, even if we could somehow withstand the heat and pressure. So, our spacecraft and any human occupants would be facing a triple threat: extreme heat, extreme pressure, and a toxic atmosphere. And they'd be doing it without the protection of a heat shield, or the relative safety of being high up in the atmosphere. They'd be right there, on the surface, exposed to the full force of Venus's harsh conditions. Survival on Venus's surface is a race against time and the elements. It's a race that, with our current technology and knowledge, we're not yet equipped to win. But who knows what the future holds? After all, space exploration is all about pushing boundaries and venturing into the unknown. Even with our advanced technology, life expectancy on Venus is tragically limited. Let's delve into why this is the case. You see, Venus isn't exactly what you'd call a hospitable environment for humans. In fact, it's quite the opposite. The combination of extreme heat, suffocating pressure, and a toxic atmosphere conspire to make survival on Venus more of a science fiction concept than a realistic possibility. The surface temperature on Venus is a scorching 467 degrees Celsius. That's hot enough to melt lead, folks. And the pressure? It's about 92 times that of Earth's atmosphere at sea level. Imagine the deepest point in our oceans. Multiply that by about 1,000, and you're still not even close to the crushing pressure that Venus dishes out. These conditions alone would be enough to snuff out any hopes of human survival in an instant. But Venus, in its cruel beauty, has more in store. Its atmosphere is a noxious cocktail of primarily carbon dioxide, with clouds composed of sulfuric acid. Even if you could withstand the heat and the pressure, one breath of this toxic air would be your last. All these factors combined mean that even with the best protective gear and life support systems we can muster, human survival time on Venus would be extremely limited. We're talking minutes, maybe even seconds, not hours or days. And let's not forget, these are the conditions outside the spacecraft. Any attempts to venture out would require suits and systems far beyond our current technology. The bottom line is, as it stands now, Venus isn't a place we humans can simply visit for a weekend getaway. So we continue to observe, to study, and to marvel at Venus from a safe distance, always dreaming of the day when we might be able to unlock its secrets and overcome its challenges. Venus, a hellish world where survival is the ultimate challenge. So, what happens if a human spacecraft attempts to land on Venus? Well, we've journeyed through the extreme conditions that a spacecraft would encounter during its descent into Venus's thick, heated atmosphere. We've examined the intense heat and pressure that would push the spacecraft to its limits. Conditions hot enough to melt lead, and pressure about 92 times that of Earth's atmosphere at sea level. We've navigated the corrosive clouds of sulfuric acid that might erode the spacecraft's exterior surfaces. We've braced for the rocky landing on Venus's rugged surface and the potential damage that could occur. We've felt the scorching surface temperatures and the suffocating atmosphere that would greet any human occupants brave enough to step out of the spacecraft. And finally, we've acknowledged the harsh reality of the limited survival time for humans on Venus, even with the most advanced technology. Attempting to land on Venus is a daunting venture, a testament to the extremes of our solar system and the challenges that lie in the path of human space exploration.